Today I'm going to go ahead and give my review of Launcher 10 on the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now obviously I have done this review on pretty much every single Galaxy Z Fold device so far. The Z Fold 2, the Z Fold 3, the 4, and now the 5. I've done this review for the Surface Duo 1 and 2, and I can't stress enough how much I absolutely love Launcher 10. And if you follow this channel for any length of time, you already know that. It's just such a beautiful looking launcher, how you get the tiles like this on the inside and outside display. And if you follow my channel, you already know that with launcher, my last launcher I had, and the last Galaxy Z Fold device I had, it actually did not run Launcher 10 for some reason. I have no idea why, but whenever I ran Launcher 10 on the Z Fold 4, it would actually just crash Launcher 10 and I could not get it to work. Well, that's not the case for the Z Fold 5. I can run this fully without any hassle at all. It works perfect. So this is pretty much exactly like the Z Fold 3 when it comes to Launcher 10. And again, I tried to run Launcher 10 again and again and again on the Z Fold 4 and it has not worked. So here's the only issue I have with this, and this wasn't, I don't remember this being an issue with my Z Fold 3, but if we go ahead and look at this, right, you see how the applications are very small on the outside. You can make them bigger by just, for example, clicking on this, clicking on edit, and then you can see you can change the width and the height of these applications. Now, that's awesome and all, right? But here's the problem, is if you make them bigger on the outside display, right, you can't make it so it's only the outside display. You literally, if you make it bigger on the outside, then the inside gets bigger too, which is kind of annoying. And the reason why is because on the outside, look, this makes sense, right? To have it that big because it's an outside display. But on the inside, it makes no sense to have an application that big. So if you want to make it look good, like overall wise, you have to kind of sacrifice. Do you want the outside display to look good or do you want the inside display to look good? You can't do them together, which kind of does suck, and you know, it is a huge L for this. So overall, like always, I have all my folders set up. This is obviously my personal device, so I have all my stuff set up dependingly. Obviously, yes, you can have these as without folders and just have them as separate applications. But I like to do it like this so I can actually go through and, you know, kind of like, okay, I want to go to blank. That's that application folder. And just like that, it opens up. Like, no problem at all. And again, just to kind of show you guys, you can go to edit and you can change the width and height of these icons. You can make them as big as you want or as small as you want, which is kind of cool. You can make it all the way down to, actually, auto. Let's do one by one. See, you can make them very, very small and have the whole entire display covered in them, or you can make them absolutely humongous, and like I said, it's going to look good on the outside display, but it won't look that good on the inside display. Other than that, though, if I do go to preferences, you have a lot of different things you can change. So, for example, the general, you can change pretty much everything with Launcher 10. That's why I really like it, because it is absolutely crazy when it comes to customization. You have the navigation bar transparency, the status bar transparency, the long press for the app shortcut menus, the font size, the fonts you want to use, languages, start screens. You can actually do one start screen all the way up to 10 start screens. And what start screens are, pretty much, if you go back here, right, you always want to have at least one. This way you can just go like this real easily. But start screens, if you scroll over, it's just a brand new screen. So if you wanted to, you could have one screen set up with all your applications for, you know, whatever. And then for this one, could be another whole entire setup of applications. That's why I freaking love Launcher 10. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it a million times. It is just so customizable. I freaking can't get enough of it. I do have the premium version. You don't have to get it. The premium version gives you live tiles and also removes ads. I think it's like $4.99 total for it, which is really not that bad. Because you do get live tiles. Another thing you can do with start screens is you can set your screen margins, number of tile columns, title margins, the label text size, and all, as you can see on your screen, just all that stuff. And probably, again, you can tell me down below your favorite launcher, but I cannot get enough of this launcher. Scrolling balance, edit, mode, animation, folding animations, I think that's it for this. So let's go ahead and go into an application like with the preferences. So we go to edit, right? So now when we scroll down, we have a couple different options. First off, we can rename the application if we want to. So it doesn't have to be application, whatever you want. If you don't want a name on it, so like for example, you just want a blank icon, you can just do that. Take away the name. So you don't even have to have a name at all, which is awesome. You can also change the color. So you can change the label color. Obviously, I just got rid of the name, so you can't see it now. But you can also change the icon. You can make this icon any icon you want by just going to Browse All Icons. And they give you a list of different icons you can change it to. And I believe you can also choose your own. Actually, maybe not. Thought you could choose your own. But let's go ahead and go back into this. Yeah, so you have this one now down here, which you can change your icon tint. You can also change your icon size, and also, of course, icon size, obviously, and you can also change your background color. So if you want it to be a black background, whatever, you can change that, which is really awesome. The transparency of the icon. So how transparent do you want it? Do you want it like, that? Do you want it default, which is 60%? So you can still see the wallpaper in the background, or do you want to just not see the wallpaper at all? And then, of course, down here we have the live tiles, which is show live a tile for the calendar, the clock, the context, and the gallery photos. So I'm going to cancel on that one. But again, like I said, it's just gorgeous. And I'll forever say this about this launcher. If you do hold and long press, you can add widgets, wallpaper, and launcher preferences. Widgets are just like any Android phone. You can add any of these widgets by simply just clicking on them and dragging them on the display, and you're able to just use them like a regular widget, which is cool. And you can see how many widgets there are. Obviously every single application has their own widget, and then Google does have their own, custom widgets, which is awesome. And again, if you want to, also when you're doing this, you can click lock. Now, if it's locked, you cannot change anything. So you can't move any application. You can't edit anything. And again, to change the application and moving them is that easy. Just a pinch and a slide. Again, like I said, with the last iteration, the Z Fold 4, when I did that, it would crash the whole thing. So luckily, this is not the case anymore. And we are good now. So again, like I said, other than this outside display just being a little weird for me, that's the only thing I will say that I do not like. But other than that, it is perfect. Perfect. So guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Have you used Launcher 10 yet? Have you picked up the Galaxy Z Fold 5 yet? And if you have, which is your personal favorite launcher? Again, like I said, this is my personal opinion. Everyone has their own personal opinions on their favorite launchers. And, I will say overall wise, I think it's a W. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.